Hello and welcome to the channel. Today I, William Gwyn, am going to be talking about my autumn summary plus my winter plans. So hopefully this will be the first of many seasonal updates that I do on the channel. It is hitting winter in the UK, it's getting very cold, and yes, we English do not cope well with that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to winter. It's often quite a cozy feeling, obviously leading up to Christmas. And yeah, so today I'll be talking about how much I read in autumn, other medias that took my attention that I really enjoyed perhaps, and also my plans for winter reading wise and regarding the channel as well. So hopefully you enjoy this video. So I came prepared with some stats. So first off, how much I read in terms of books and pages. So I read 17 books in autumn and I read 7,754 pages. So I'm happy with that. Autumn was a bit of a slower month. Not sure why. It's just, yeah, reading wise, just took a bit of time off that. Didn't have a break as such, but I think the minimum I read in a month was 5 books or maybe 4. But yeah, if I compare it to spring this year, which I read 36 books and 11,800 pages, yeah, it slowed down a bit, but still I've really enjoyed my reading over the autumn period. And yeah, I've reread some favourites like The Silmarillion, but also found some new favourites. So yeah, I'll be looking forward to talking about that in a second, but before I get to that, on the Brothers Gwyn, I give monthly updates on what I have read, my kind of small centered thoughts on them without going on too much of a tangent. So yeah, if you want to listen to them and just hear about everything I read, then you can check the Brothers Gwyn channel and head on over there. I'll put a link to it in the description below, and maybe if I remember it'll pop up above me or something like that. So my favourite 3 reads of autumn were A Clash of Kings by George R. R. Martin, Book 2 of the A Song of Ice and Fire series. It doesn't need any introduction. Then Babel by A.R.F. Kuang. This is historical fantasy. Really loved it. And then also All Creatures Great and Small by James Herriot, which it's hard to pinpoint it into a genre exactly. I guess it's a bunch of autobiographical short stories set in the 1930s, yeah. So yeah, I've really enjoyed all 3 of these completely different books. 3 separate genres. We've got fantasy, historical fantasy, and then whatever All Creatures Great and Small is. But yeah, I love them all, and yeah, it kind of just shows that I'm a very random reader. So if this is the first video you're watching, yes, I do read quite a wide bunch of books, and yeah, I'm quite a mood reader as well. But I've really enjoyed the programme of All Creatures Great and Small, so tried the book and absolutely loved it. And The Clash of Kings, I've never read or watched anything from the land of Westeros before until a few months ago. I read A Game of Thrones and watched season 1, and then since then I've read A Clash of Kings. I'm part way through reading A Storm of Swords. I've read Of Fire and Blood, and I have watched House of the Dragon. So yeah, quite a Westeros splurge, I guess I'll call it. And yeah, I'm really loving that kind of journey. George R. R. Martin, I think, is an incredible writer, and just the amount of depth to his world that he brings is absolutely extraordinary. It's really blown my mind how vivid this world feels. It feels like it's a living, breathing thing, and yeah, I'll just absolutely astounded me. And of course, I'm not the first one to say this. There's hundreds of thousands, probably millions of people who absolutely adore A Song of Ice and Fire, and I am proudly joining those ranks. And yeah, and then Babel, I read The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang, which was her debut, and I thought she's got a really great writing style, really smooth, accessible writing, but I didn't click with the characters or the plot as much, so I was a bit tentative on my approach to Babel, but I absolutely loved it. I think she took what she did well in The Poppy War and just times it 100 times fold, so that's not a word, but she did a brilliant job with Babel. I thought the characters were absolutely brilliant. I just felt really attached to them. I thought they're well realised. You really understood their motivations and desires and how their past has shaped them. I really thought it was interesting showing the impact of friendship, and that a particular theme that resonated was that kind of idea of that sense of belonging or identity that they really feel is lacking from a lot of their life. But when they go to this Oxford University, to Babel, the Institute of Learning Languages, you see that there's kind of that inner conflict of they are doing something which goes against their conscience, but it's also, it seems like a dream in another way. They love to study, they're loving their friendship and camaraderie together, so it's really interesting, that kind of inner conflict. And yeah, I really loved it. Thought it was written brilliantly, and historical fantasy done really well. So yeah, they're my 3 favourite reads of the autumn 2022. So yeah, really happy with them. I didn't read as much as I said as I did in summer or spring, but probably there's more favourites that I've read in autumn. So yeah, quality over quantity, of course, and yeah, I really found that in autumn. Now on to my winter plans. So December is always a very busy month, Christmas approaching, seeing family, friends, all that lovely stuff. So yeah, I might not get through as much reading, hopefully still get 4 or 5 books. And of course, so my birthday is on Christmas Eve, so yeah, it's quite a crazy period. And so yeah, hopefully I get a load of books on my birthday and Christmas. So hopefully I have a book haul to show on the channel, and yes, there'll be many books that I will be waiting to dive into as they make that TBR pile ever taller and taller. And taller. It is the enemy, but it's a friend as well. Better too many books than too few, I say. But yeah, so I'm really looking forward to that. Finding as many new books as possible. And as I said, I may not be able to read as much, but I have plenty planned for this channel. So every single week or so, there will be a video continuing that series of my favourite books of all time. So yeah, that'll be continuing that kind of countdown to the number 1 spot. Hopefully, if you've watched a few of those, you've enjoyed them. And if you haven't watched them, maybe check them out, see if there's a few books that you're interested in there, because one of the main points for this channel is I want to spread the love for some books that I love. Can I say love again? Yep, I want to talk about as many books that I love reading. So yeah, I really hope to do that and hopefully talk to you about them as well. But yeah, I'll be continuing that series. I've got quite a few reviews planned for the channel. Babel's one of them. Silence of the Gales. That may actually already be out. But yeah, so I've got quite a few coming your way. Please do let me know if there's any content that you would love to see on the channel. I did a community post a little while ago. Thank you to everyone who put their ideas in there. I'm going to try and put them. Some of them I'll put into a video, and some of them may get a video of their own. So thank you so much for that. And then of course in winter it's going to be the new year, so there'll be plenty of content talking about my favourite books of 2022, authors I've discovered, series I need to read in 2023. That kind of a yearly planning. It's always fun. I mean, it is fun. Me and my brother Ed have talked on the Brothers Gwyn that last year we actually planned our entire reading year, our monthly books that we would read, and by the end of January it had been chucked away basically, because we are mood readers and there's always kind of new books coming along, aren't there? And it's about the mood you're in, so we're not constrained by those lists we make, but there's certainly a lot of fun to make them. So yeah, I'll be talking a lot about the new year and book summaries this year, and of course I'll be doing quite a few on the Brothers Gwyn as well. So yeah, I guess my channel goal for winter would be just to keep consistent to 2 videos a week and a short, or maybe even up it to 3 videos. I like to kind of record in batches early, so then I'm prepared, and then there's consistent content on the channel. So if I get ahead on that, hopefully there'll be more than 2 videos a week on the channel. And so yeah, hopefully I can hit that. Winter's just about being consistent. I only started this channel, wow, a month ago now. It's gone quite quickly actually. And so yeah, just keeping to that. And my reading goal, I hope to read, I'll say, you know, I want to read 6 books a month at least, so probably hopefully hit 20 books. And yes, so I really enjoy trying to hit those goals. I've got plenty of books I really want to read next year. I said on the Brothers Gwyn, it's going to be my Western year, I think. So I just watched The English, which is a programme of Emily Bluntton and Trask Spencer, I think his name is. And yeah, I thought it was absolutely brilliant, sensational acting, and it really just resonated with me. So yeah, hopefully I'll be reading Lonesome Dove. I watched a review on Matt's book reviews, Matt's fantasy book reviews, and yeah, I really loved hearing him talk about it. So yeah, I'm going to have to read Lonesome Dove. I feel left out now, so yeah, I really need to read that. But also I'll be reading Boudica by Manda Scott, and this is a quartet of books. Actually, it's behind me, so I'll just grab one out. This is book 2. I think I've got book 1 in my room waiting for me to read. But yeah, Boudica is a quartet about historical fiction series about Boudica, the uprising against the Empire of Rome in Britain. So yeah, I know a bit about the history, and I want to learn a lot more about Caradoc, who I think Winston Churchill said is the first great English or British leader. And so yeah, it'd be really interesting learning about those. And obviously it is fictionalized, but there's many historical elements in there, and I haven't read much about Boudica, so yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading Manda Scott, and it is a favourite series of both Papa Gwyn and Ed, so yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I'll place this back on the shelf, and there we go. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading them. I'm going to carry on, of course, with Westeros. I'm halfway through A Storm of Swords now, because it's split into part 1 and part 2, because it's such a huge book. You know it's big when it has to be split into 2 separate books. So there we go, that is kind of what I'll be reading in the winter months, and then obviously a bit of randomness chucked into the mix. I also plan to read a few Booker Prize winners as well, because I want to do a video on the channel ranking Booker Prize winners that I have read. And so yeah, that is kind of what I'll be reading in the winter. But of course, I'll probably just drop off and find books that are really intriguing me at the time. But yeah, the Boudica is a definite, as is some westerns. Maybe I'll start with True Grit. I'm not sure if you've watched the films. I've watched the old one with John Wayne and the new one with Matt Damon and Jeff Bridges. And I forgot the girl's name. She's absolutely brilliant in True Grit. And so yeah, I'll be really looking forward to reading the book. So there we go, that is my autumn summary plus my winter plans. Hopefully I've not rambled on too long, I've gone on too much of a tangent. I am prone to doing that quite a lot. But everyone, thank you so much for watching, and if you stuck to the end, well, just thank you for supporting the channel, and I'm really looking forward to seeing where the channel takes me during winter. I'm really looking forward to talking more about books. Of course, do go follow me and my brother on The Brothers Gwyn if you want even more book content and you want to hear my boring voice even more. But everyone, thank you so much for watching. Let me know how your autumn reading went and what you plan for winter. But everyone, as I said, thank you for watching and stay safe.